Hey, what's going on everybody? This is player PJ here. Today I'll be showcasing a game that is called Whispers from the Stars. This is an AI interactive game that uses your voice to determine what direction the game will take you. Your goal is to help Stella find a way out of the planet Gaia and take her safely back home, if that's even possible. This is a game that I played around a month back and I'm barely finishing it right now, so expect to see uploads every couple of days starting from whenever this upload comes out. I will be finishing off other games that I've played previously in the past, pretty much a year ago, and then I will be getting back into starting newer games once the new year comes, so stay tuned for that. Thank you all for watching, thanks for all the support, and I'll see you all later. Okay, we got the distress call. I'm gonna accept it and just see what happens now. Okay. I actually don't know when I'm supposed to speak in here.
Looks like the power's on, but...
Hello.
Initiate system calibration. Doesn't look like I've got many options.
AI is scary now,
Connect
bro.
to Star Portal 404.
Oh my goodness.
Right, let's not bother with specifics. Relay emergency broadcast on all available frequencies. So that should be enough to get my distress call out.
She's pretty cute, by the way. I know she's AI, but
Time to get your wings on.
still, you know.
All right. Looks like we're good to go. This is an emergency distress call, broadcasting from the planet Gaia. If you're receiving this, please respond immediately.
When am I supposed to speak?
Now to see if anyone picks up the signal.
Okay. Is it just gonna take anything from my mic? Oh, click to reply. Okay, that's good. How am I supposed to? What do I even say? I'm no astronaut. I'm in a basement right now playing video games. I'm not qualified to help you out. Hey, this is PJ. How can I help? I'm not really qualified to help you, by the way, but I'm gonna do my best. I don't know, bro. I've never spoken to an AI.
PJ, wow. That's a huge relief. I'm Stella.
Oh my god.
Thanks for answering. Honestly, just having someone to talk to helps more than you know.
Oh my god, it's
So,
really specific.
I'm really curious. How did you even pick up my signal from all the way out here on Gaia?
I can make up my own story. This is actually so funny. I'm gonna just say I was playing video games and it popped up on my screen, which in all honesty, when you start up the game, that's exactly what it looks like. So I'm gonna go with that. Well, I was over here recording videos for YouTube playing Pokemon, and then I got the notification popping up on my screen saying that there was a distress call. So I decided to answer it, and then now I have a full screen of you on my screen. But I am willing to help out, and I am a smart boy. These are long sentences I'm saying, by the way. I'm bullshitting this all
Nice
the
to
way
meet you,
through.
PJ. Thanks for jumping in. I really appreciate the willingness to help.
Thanks.
Okay, so I'm actually in a bit of a tricky spot. The pod I'm in got damaged when I landed, and the hatch is completely stuck. I'm not sure how I'm going to get out of here.
How the fuck am I supposed to know either? Yeah, I'm not qualified for this shit. Do you have any tools at your disposal, or is there any way to override any systems by any chance? Please respond with a good answer.
I've got a pistol grip drill and some repair tools with me. Screwdrivers, pliers, wire cutters. The pod's manual mentions an emergency exit, but I haven't been able to get it open either. As for writing systems, I've taken some basic courses on circuits, but I'm not sure what's damaged or what I'm looking at without getting a better look. There might be some wiring or panels I could access, but I'd need to figure out where to start.
Fuck, you're not helping at all. Sorry, Stella. I think you're gonna die here today. She's not gonna barge out of like any doors and stuff. I'm gonna say override the system, because at least she knows what she's doing there. Could you try and start overriding the systems by any chance? I'm no help. I'm absolutely no help whatsoever. I'm gonna get her killed.
Let me see what I can find near the control panel.
Oh my god, she actually like goes out of her way to see though.
There's a bunch of wires behind this access panel. Some of them look pretty tangled up. I can see a few circuit boards, but it's hard to tell what's connected to what without messing with it more. What do you think? Should I try tracing the wires to the hatch mechanism? Or look for a specific override switch?
Can I see... Is there a way to look back at the dialogue? No, I guess not. Oh, this is bad. I guess I could try and trace out the wires. Try and trace out the wires first. If that doesn't help, then we can take a look at the override switch. Okay, I went into this jokingly, but...
Okay. I'll follow the wires from the control panel toward the hatch area.
I love how she's taking advice from me, knowing I blatantly said I'm playing video games. I don't know how to help you out at all.
It looks like they split into two main bundles. One heads toward what I think is the locking mechanism, and the other seems to go to some kind of sensor near the window. There are a few red wires, some blue ones. They all look pretty similar once you get past the colors. Any thoughts on which bundle we should focus on first?
Any bundle that goes
The
towards...
lock mechanism or the sensor?
Lock mechanism? You trying to get out of there? Let's go with the lock mechanism. Our priority is to get you out of here. At least outside, see what the hell's going on. Oh, I got an achievement.
You're right. Getting out is priority 1. I'm going to focus on those wires to the locking mechanism. Thanks for helping me stay focused, PJ. I'm going to give this my best shot.
This is fucking wild.
I'll check back in once I've made some progress. Wish me luck.
Oh! Is this how this game works? I just go back and forth? This is, I thought it was gonna be like one long playthrough. I was wondering why, when the game started like this, it just looked like an iPhone screen. Oh. No, she's typing. Hold on a sec. PJ, it worked. I was able to trace the wires to the locking mechanism and figure out which ones were controlling the hatch. It was a bit of a puzzle, but I managed to bypass the damaged part. Okay, I guess I'm accepting a call. Okay. It doesn't take too long. I thought it was gonna be like long pauses in between. This is cool. Whoa.
I'm alive!
No shit.
I honestly thought I was done for. This is Gaia.
Okay. 23 degrees. Okay, it was just hotter in the pod.
It is so surreal that I am standing here. This is wild.
Okay. I'm not gonna fall in love with an AI. I'm not gonna fall in love with an AI. I'm not gonna fall in love with an AI.
No. The others... There was this solar storm, and it was just so much worse than we expected.
Okay, I need info, if anything. I need to know the entire backstory of how you ended up here. If you don't mind me asking, Stella, how did you even end up in here? I need a lot more information. Who were you with? What was the mission? Why are you at Gaia? I am beyond clueless on how you ended up here. I need answers.
I was part of a research program with Mariana University, studying cosmic radiation phenomena near Gaia's solar system. We were supposed to collect data on solar events and their effects. I'm not totally sure what went wrong. There was this massive radiation surge, way beyond what we expected. We had to evacuate immediately. I ended up here, but I don't know where the others landed.
Okay, so we need to come up with some priorities. It's either find the friends, mention who they were. Let me ask who they actually were. I want to see how in-depth the story actually is. So I guess I can mention who she was with, how many. Let me ask that first. How many people were along with you during this entire trip? I guess I could have asked for their names.
There were 8 of us on the spacecraft. Professor Stenberg, Dr. Harvey, Daniel, 3 other students, and me. I just hope they all made it out safely. It's hard not knowing if anyone else is even in one piece right now.
Okay. What's the goal of this game? I guess I have to make my own goal. I should have been doing this like earlier throughout the day, in all honesty. I have no time. I'm supposed to go to bed soon. I got work tomorrow. Fuck. But this is fun. Okay. Let's get some priorities to start off with then. I think we should take a look at around the surrounding area, see what resources we can get, and then either A, look for your missing friends, or B, find a way back to Earth, I'm assuming. You're from Earth, right? Actually, don't know where she's from.
Yeah, I'm from Earth.
Okay.
Born and raised. And you're right, we need to map out our next steps carefully.
This is crazy.
I'm just not sure what's the best call here. Part of me wants to look for my teammates, but I also don't even know where to start. And getting back to Earth, well, that feels like a pretty long shot right now.
Has anyone made it to Gaia before? Is there any record of any other astronauts making it to Gaia? I swear to God, if you say no.
There were earlier missions to Gaia. We actually knew the atmosphere was breathable thanks to those. And there have been these fragmented transmissions coming from the planet.
Ooh.
They're really distorted, but it suggests someone, or maybe even a group, made it here and survived.
Okay.
It's kind of weird, though. The messages are always so garbled you can't really make out what they're saying. I'm hoping whoever sent those might still be around.
Okay, we look for them. That's a first step. Okay? Then that can be our first step. If there's any sort of small civilization here or previous astronauts sending signals, then there has to be someone here. I say we look for them first while trying to survive on this planet to start off with, since we have no clue to look for your friends or another way to get out of here. Yeah?
That's probably our best shot. At least then we'd have some direction, you know? And honestly, finding someone who's already been here could give us a huge advantage. It's just, I really don't know where to even start looking. This place is huge, and I don't have much to go on. Do you have any ideas, PJ?
Oh, that was my idea. What about your main resources? Food, water, shelter. I think we can get at least started on that. What kind of place is Gaia, and how similar is it to Earth?
From what I learned before coming here, Gaia's pretty similar to Earth. Same gravity, lots of forests, some big storms. The air's got a bit more oxygen, which is weird at first, but you get used to it. As for resources, my suit's got some emergency rations, but they won't last forever. There's supposed to be water here, but I haven't found a source yet. And shelter? Well, right now, it's just my life pod, but that's not exactly long term.
Man, this is gonna be long-ass conversation going back and forth. I see a mountain behind her, and I see some more mountains and rocks. What about the wildlife? Is there anything similar to what we have on Earth? Or is there just big excruciating monsters that will devour all of us? I don't know why I said it like that. This is so fun, though.
Honestly, we don't know much about Gaia's wildlife.
That's not good.
The records are pretty incomplete, mostly theoretical stuff. There's no confirmed dangerous species that I'm aware of, but that doesn't mean much when you're actually here. It's kinda unsettling not knowing what might be out there. Have you ever felt that way? Totally lost and not knowing what's coming next?
I mean, all the time, no, honestly. I guess this is a real answer. So many times where I was in life and I felt lost, but all you gotta do is just pick a path and then go. Oh, I guess I could just say, I guess I could just say that. You know, there's been a lot of times in my life where I felt lost with many directions to take. I just pick one and then kind of see where that leads me. At least one direction is better than none at all. I'm a philosopher, bitch.
That's a really good way to look at it. Sometimes just taking that first step, no matter how uncertain it feels, is the only way to get anywhere. I guess that's what I need to do now. Just hope the direction I pick doesn't end up being a really bad idea.
I gotta be positive because my first thought was, well, you're kind of fucked. Okay, I gotta give her a direction now. Let's give her a priority. First things first, is there anything in your pod that you can possibly bring with you in case we need to look for resources, food, shelter, anything like that? Any weapons that you brought aboard? I love how in-depth this AI is. It's kind of scary, but it's really cool.
There are some basic repair tools. Screwdrivers, pliers, wire cutters.
Weapons?
A pistol grip drill too, but that's about it. No weapons, really. The pod wasn't exactly built for survival expeditions. I'm thinking about what else might be useful. There's some electrical tape, spare wires, and a few nuts and bolts. Not much, but it's something.
Something is great. Well, if in any case, bring those tools along with you. At all times, make sure to know where your pod is. Don't scurry away too far from the area, but enough to find some certain resources. I'm thinking we should find a water source first, since there's none around the area. I'm so uncertain with all of my answers, by the way.
Good call. Those tools could actually come in handy for something like that. And yeah, keeping the pod in sight is smart. Don't want to get turned around out here. Finding water first makes sense. I'm just not sure which direction to look.
Get a sync
The
point.
terrain's pretty open, but I don't see any obvious streams or anything from here.
I see a lot of mountains,
What do you
though.
think? Should we try heading towards those mountains in the distance? Or maybe check out some of the lower areas?
A bird's eye view is going to help the most. I say try and get to one of the mountains, but maybe not the highest ones. Something that can just get us a little view of what the lower areas might look like. It'll also give us a good layout of just the general area. I don't trust myself with these answers at all.
That's a solid plan. Even a small hill would give us a better idea of what's out there. I can see some lower ridges to the east. Maybe we could try one of those. It's funny. When you're stuck in a situation like this, you start thinking about all the things you took for granted back home. Like just being able to walk wherever you want without worrying about what might be hiding in the next valley. What about you? What's something you miss when you're away from home for a while?
Whoa. Why is this getting me in my feels? I'm trying to I'm trying to be goofy in this game. It's literally the small things. Everything she mentioned, pretty much. I'll just go with her. Should I try and wife her up? What I usually miss is all the things that I take for granted. Long walks, coming back to my family, having a warm meal prepared for me, going down into the basement playing video games. Everything that you kind of just take for granted is what I miss, but we'll get you back home. Do not worry.
That really means a lot to hear. It's easy to forget all those little comforts until they're suddenly gone. It's strange. Being out here makes you realize how much of life is just routine. The usual patterns, the people you see every day. Have you ever had something completely disrupt your routine like this?
Maybe not as big as getting lost in a different planet, but I always try my best to find my way back. And usually it always happens, just with a bit of grit, determination, and a plan. Definitely a plan. I'm trying to stay positive and actually, I need her to get going. I don't know how long she's gonna be stuck in this place.
Grit and determination. I like that approach. Sometimes it feels like that's all you really need, you know? Just taking it one step at a time.
Yeah, I'm getting my
It's
philosophy.
kind of nice having someone to talk this through with, PJ. Makes the whole thing feel a little less overwhelming.
My next question is really, have you have a husband? Okay, maybe I should get her to climb up that mountain. How about you go grab those tools on your pod, and then we can make our way up the mountain to kind of see what we got in the surrounding area. I don't want to have you standing in this area for too long, not knowing what's out there. The faster we get you home, the better, right? I wonder if she answers questions like that.
Got it. Tools are packed. I'll head towards that ridge. Keep talking to me while I climb, okay? It'll be nice to have some company out here. And yeah, the sooner we figure things out, the better. This place might look pretty, but I have no idea what's lurking around the next bend.
I love how they make it clear that the AI is actually listening to you. I don't know how you even build AI from the bottom up, but this is fucking cool. What exactly am I, by the way? How am I seeing you? What device am I in? By the way, how am I looking at you right now? What device am I actually in? I think I was flying or something? What exactly did you set up for me to have a visual?
You're seeing me through my communication drone.
Oh, it is a drone.
It's a small device that can send video and data back through the Star Portal network. The drone is following me right now, so you're getting a live feed of everything around me. And no, you're not flying. Though I wish you were. It'd be way more fun having you here in person. What's it like on your end? Is the video coming through clearly?
Should I say I'm looking through a computer screen? I want this to be as immersive as possible. I guess you could play this speaking as if you're in a space station and all that stuff, but I found it more fun. I'm just playing video games. I got a notification. I'm what the hell is this? And now I have to save her life. Not much in all honesty. I'm just looking through you at a gaming laptop screen. But big question. What year is it for you on Earth? I want to see how in-depth this is. If it's the same year as us or if it's different. I'm curious. Are you going to spin this? Are you going to spin this?
Let me check my suit's computer real quick. Okay, it's showing 2047. We're a bit ahead of you, it looks like. So, does that make me a time traveler in your eyes now?
A little bit, but now I'm really confused. How far is Gaia, and why is there such a big gap in time? I am very confused. I kind of need answers. This is by light years?
Gaia's about 20 light years from Earth. But with the Star Portal network, that distance isn't as much of an issue for communication. As for the time gap, the Star Portal network isn't just a straight line. It works through higher dimensional space, which can mess with time dilation. So, signals can get sent across different points in time, not just space. It's complicated, even for us who study it.
What the fuck? What the fuck? That was good on me for answering that or asking that question. That's wild. So, what year did you leave on Earth, and approximately how long did it even take for you to get to Gaia when you left Earth? I doubt it was over actual 20 years. Now I'm interested in the lore.
We left Earth in 2044, about 3 years ago. The trip itself took only about a month, thanks to the Star Portal's faster-than-light travel. The time difference comes from how the network interacts with space-time. It's not a simple linear journey, so the years don't quite match up between Earth and Gaia. It's still a bit mind-bending to wrap my head around, honestly.
Okay, this changes a lot. I'm trying to blow her mind, in all honesty. Okay, I'm trying to gather a little bit of info and trying to wrap my head around here. If you don't mind me, Stella, what year were you born in?
I was born in 2028, October 4th to be exact. You're really curious about everything, huh? I like that about you.
Okay, Stella, this is gonna sound a little bit crazy, but at the moment I am talking to you right now, it is currently November 2nd, 2025. From where I'm standing, you're not even born yet. This is crazy.
Wait, what? That's impossible, right?
What?
I mean, I'm talking to you now, so how could I not exist yet? I don't understand. Is this some kind of time paradox thing? This is really messing with my head.
Yeah, it's kind of why I wanted to ask you all these questions, because we haven't had any technology that goes farther or faster than the speed of light, nor have we ever had any human go onto any other planet or moon besides the moon yet. So I don't know what's going on.
This is really strange. I know what you're saying, but for me, all of this, the star portals, faster than light travel, it's just the world I've grown up with. I guess that means our timelines are intersecting in some way that doesn't quite add up.
I love this. I really love this.
It's hard to wrap my head around, but maybe that's why we can talk like this?
In all honesty, I kind of like this. Provided that it interests me, I think I do want to talk to you more. I want to figure things out about your world, how it compares to mine. And most importantly, I want to get you back home and make sure you're safe along with everybody else if that's possible. I'm still trying to raise her up. That's what's going on.
That means more than you know. Honestly, having someone who cares this much about getting me home, it's giving me a lot of hope right now. And hey, I'd love to tell you more about my world. What do you want to know first? The tech, the people, something else?
I assume we're climbing up the mountain, by the way. She's just standing here talking about something. I'm like, you need survival. What country are you from, in all honesty? I want to get into nitty-gritty details. Maybe not the tech, but more about you. Where on Earth are you from? Like, which country, which city? Just want to know if there's any differences like that in compared to my world. I want to see how far the differences really go. Valid question.
I'm from the States. Grew up near Mariana University in New Haven. It's a pretty quiet place, close to the coast. I wonder what it's like in 2025. Is New Haven even developed the same way?
I will,
Or are there parts of my hometown that you wouldn't recognize at all?
I'm gonna Google New Haven real quick. Sorry, Stella. I'm just gonna, hit up Google real quick. New Haven, Connecticut. Ah, that is not too far from where I'm at. Honestly, I've never been to New Haven. Just Googled it though. It looks like a pretty cozy area. Is Google a thing in your world? There's got to be so many differences. I swear, she says no.
Google? Oh, you mean like
Okay.
a search engine?
Okay.
Yeah, we have something similar, but it's evolved into these personal AI assistants that can answer almost anything. Though I have
Meta.
to say, the idea of Googling something sounds kind of quaint now. What else do you use Google for in your time?
I don't know why my mind blanked actually thinking about that. Everything that I don't really know. Anything that I don't really know of. Like your hometown, for example. Can't say of anything specific that comes to mind. But we do already have search engines that use AI, or at least the beginnings of it. I don't think it's as advanced as what you have right now in 2044.
That's cool. So, you've got the seeds of where we are now. It's wild thinking about how far things can evolve, isn't it? Though, I have to wonder, what would you think if you saw some of the AI stuff we have? Like, I've heard of this guy Turing's cat who does crazy AI demos on Bilibili. Would that blow your mind?
Honestly, with how fast AI is evolving, nothing is surprising me right now. But would you like to know stuff about me? You got any questions about me? I had to put it to that because I don't know if I want to break her mind thinking that she's an AI. I'm not going to do that. Someone else can do that.
Actually, yeah. What do you do? Or what are you passionate about? You mentioned something about Pokemon earlier.
Fuck.
What's that about?
Wow, they take everything into consideration. I said that at the very start. That is crazy. That's just a little video game franchise that we have over here. Not sure if you guys have it here as well. But yeah, besides gaming, I'm pretty active in my free time, It's really good. I actually prayed that we're going up the mountains and that we're not having the small talk right now.
Pokemon? I've heard of that. We don't exactly play it the same way you do, but we've got our own versions. There's this really popular VR game based on it now. So, what kind of activities do you enjoy in your free time?
Well,
Anything adventurous or more low-key?
wow, I don't want to give up more personal info on myself is the thing. Well, I guess it's not personal now, but this conversation is going to get real boring, isn't it? I wanted to get into the lore of like her hometown. I don't want to get into my details. Well, I guess I put myself in that spot. Now that you mention VR games, I do play that a lot. But in terms of what I like to do for physical activities, I do a lot of distance running, trying to get myself into more marathons, sign up for as much events as possible. It's actually what I've been doing in the past couple years, since I wasn't able to play video games and record them and upload them, which is the truth. That's why I haven't been active on YouTube for an entire year.
That's amazing. I've never been much of a runner myself. I was always more about exploring and getting into things, But I can appreciate the dedication it takes. Though I have to ask, what made you switch from gaming and streaming to running?
Money.
Was it just looking for a change of pace, or did something specific draw you to it?
I guess I'm spilling out my tea. It was more like finding a job. I found a job at a running store, and it was pretty good. So you can mix passions while making a little bit of money. I initially wanted to do that with gaming, but it turned out pretty slow. But I found a job that got involved into running, and now it's my career. I want to say temporarily. Maybe it might change. Maybe I might go into space exploration.
That's really cool. Finding a way to turn something you enjoy into a career is great.
Can we get back
And who
into your
knows?
survival?
Maybe one day you'll make it to space after all. Though I have to say, if you ever do get into space exploration, you might find that running in zero gravity is way
know.
weirder than on Earth. Just a heads up.
I want to go more into her lore of like her universe. A little bit off topic, but how far are you up the mountain, by the way? I need to know that you're making progress, Stella.
Just about halfway up now.
Okay.
The view's getting better, but I still can't see much in terms of resources or, well, anything useful. Mostly just more grass and some rocky patches. We should probably wrap this up soon. I need to conserve the drone's battery, and I should keep moving while it's still light out.
In case our connection gets cut off or if you need to hang up to preserve the battery, how often are you going to come back and call me? Like, you're not going to call me while I'm not here, am I? Oh.
I'll check
Ooh.
in as often as I can, but for now, I've got to cut off the video feed to save power. Hold on, my suit's picking up something.
Oh, that's
a
good.
distress signal. It could be from one of my teammates. I'm going to track it down. I'll contact you again once I'm closer or if I find something important. Wish me luck.
Oh, okay. Oh, adjust response time. In default mode, actions such as sleeping or walking to a new location takes a realistic amount of time to complete. In fast mode, the time taken for such actions is drastically reduced. You can switch modes at any time from the setting on screen. Choose your preferred mode for a more personalized experience. I did not think that this was gonna be this is gonna be tricky, I guess, when you have a full-time job now. I do want to respond to her fast because I feel like in this game, if you actually miss calls, that's gonna be detrimental as well. But this is very interesting to see that there's like, I guess, a time paradox, multiple universe type of thing. But in all honesty, I didn't really want to get into talking about myself. I really wanted to ask her more questions and all that stuff. But hey, you know, that was good talks, good talks. It's scary because I know it's artificial intelligence, but it genuinely feels like I'm talking to a real person with emotion. It's cool but scary, if you know what I mean. Okay, I will go. I mean, I doubt she's gonna. It's only connected to my Steam. It's not gonna, you know, ring on my phone or anything like that. I'll pick fast mode. Experience stealth story in fast mode. Okay, so that was a video chat. The log finally disappeared. Thanks for guiding me. Okay.
This distress signal. Whoever it is, I hope they're okay. Might be a long walk ahead. You up for keeping me company?
Oh, at the hold talk. If there is time, I'm down to video call again if it's possible. Oh, wow. Unless it's only text. Or she can give you a call right now. But guys, electromagnetic field is being really stubborn. Even if I tried, it's probably just cut out halfway through. For now, it's just our voices. But hey, that's still better than nothing, right? What about you? Anything new or interesting happening on your end while I'm out here trekking across an alien planet? It's only nighttime for me right now. Kind of just chilling on my own. Barely getting ready for bed, but still want to stay awake a little bit more longer. I'm okay to chill out a little bit. Actually, I want to hit this too.
Nighttime's got its own kind of quiet, doesn't it? Even light years away, there's something about it that feels cozy. So, what's your go-to way to kill a little extra time before bed? For me, it used to be watching Moonlight Skies videos. Those starry nightscapes always help me wind down.
What I like to do before bed, huh? I have a little light device that actually displays a starry nights on the back of any dark places. Kind of aim that up at the ceiling, in a way making it look like a starry night sky. From where I'm at, there's a lot of light pollution, so I don't see no stars. That's what that is. If you don't, if you're wondering what the hell that is, I'm liking how I can actually like play her speaking, so I don't gotta read it.
That sounds like the perfect setup for some serious stargazing indoors. I bet it's pretty cool having your own little slice of the night sky right above you. You know, it's funny. Out here, I've got the real deal, but sometimes I still miss the comfort of just lying back and looking up at the stars from my own bedroom. Is that little device something you use a lot, or more of a special treat?
Only when I record. More or less like a special treat. But I mean, I know you're stuck at Gaia, but the nighttime's gotta have some pretty beautiful stars out there without any of the light pollution. Is there any other planets that you've visited? I like speaking to her with the whole background for some reason. But I love how accurate this all is. That's insane.
This is my first time on Gaia. The stars out here are incredible. So clear and bright. It almost feels surreal, like I'm part of some sci-fi movie. As for other planets, I haven't visited any besides Earth. This is actually my big debut in interstellar travel. What about you? Have you ever dreamed of visiting another planet? Or do you think you'd prefer to stay on good ol' Earth?
Well, I gotta ask if they terraform Mars. That's actually a good question. For my planet, we haven't had any opportunities for space exploration, but I do have a question. Has your Earth terraformed Mars? Please say yes. Please say yes. Ah, come on.
Not yet. We've sent some robotic missions, but nothing on a big scale like terraforming. There's been talk about making Mars habitable, but it's still pretty early days for that. I've always thought it would be cool to see a human settlement there someday. What do you think? Would you want to be one of the first people on a new Earth-like planet? Or do you like the idea of keeping your feet firmly on home soil?
I think I'd rather just stay on my own planet in all honesty. But if I had a ticket to go all the way to Gaia, I don't mind going there with you. Still trying to rizz up. Still trying to find some ways to rizz her up. Don't know if it's gonna work, because it's an AI, and I have no rizz.
Well, that's definitely the most adventurous invite I've gotten since crash landing here. Though I should warn you, Gaia's beautiful, but not exactly a luxury vacation spot right now. Still, having someone to share this with would mean a lot. Maybe one day we'll get to explore together under better circumstances.
Okay, open end. Now I could actually change the subject to where I'm going. I'm just curious about how our Earths differ. About our planets. Do you think that we are both living on the exact same Earth? Or do you think that it's two separate Earths? Like a different dimension, different pocket in time? I'm just curious. I need to know where this is going. Because this is, to me, is the most interesting part.
Honestly, that's a question that's been floating around in my head since our first conversation. The whole time paradox thing, it's a lot to wrap your head around.
These are a lot of, oh God. Okay, we're back in the video call. What's new? Where are we at? Top of mountain, maybe? Ooh, look at this.
Hey, you there? Just wanted to let you know I've walked probably around 3 miles. Found a nice little place to take a rest, so thought I'd update you real quick. So, I have something to confess.
Yes?
It's my fault that the ship went down.
Uh-oh.
I just got too carried away. I just wanted the best field data possible.
Okay, I'm not gonna blame her for anything. I mean, fuck, I'm just a guy sitting in the fucking basement. Okay, I gotta think of a response that can calm her down. Now, there's no need to blame yourself for something like this. It was a dangerous mission that you all went on, and it's fair to think that you wanted the best results out of everybody. It is your first flight, your first debut on going to another planet. Try not to pry and beat yourself up over this. I don't know. I don't want to, like, dig her own grave.
Thanks. That means a lot coming from you. You're right. It was a high-risk mission, and I wasn't the only one who wanted those results. It's just, I keep thinking about what could have been different if I hadn't pushed us closer to the radiation zone. Do you ever believe in karma, PJ? Like, do you think the universe somehow balances out our choices?
Sometimes I do. Most of the times I don't. The world that I see right now, there's a lot of people out there that haven't received their karma, and there's some people out there who I consider to have received way too much karma. So I don't really like to dwell on the past choices I make. I just try to move on and make my next choices a bit more better. Karma's tricky for me. Karma's real tricky.
That's a really balanced way to look at it. It's hard not to overthink our choices, especially when things go sideways. I guess what's really getting to me is that even when we put so much thought into what we're doing, we can still end up regretting it later. Have you ever felt like you messed something up really badly? How did it turn out for you?
In all honesty, there's been a lot of things that I've done messed up on, but time moves on with no regards to how we feel. I just try to make the next choice a little bit more better than the next, despite what might happen, despite how badly I might mess up. We're all human. The choices that we make in the present is the only thing that's gonna change. I did not think this is gonna get philosophical, if that's even a
You're
word.
right. Time doesn't wait for us to figure things out. And maybe that's what makes every choice feel so heavy. It's just, this wasn't a small mistake. People could have been hurt because of me. That's a hard thing to shake off.
I don't want to ask her on what she did, but I'm curious. Do you mind telling me what happened on that flight on the way here? What you think you messed up on? I don't want her to dwell on it, but I gotta know.
Okay, so we were studying a solar event. The readings weren't great at first. The signal-to-noise ratio was terrible. I really pushed for us to get closer to the radiation zone to get better data. I mean, this could have been huge for understanding Earth's sun too. The quantum resonance amplifier we were using had amplified more than we expected. Way more. The surge was massive. Everything just spiraled out of control after that.
I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say after that. Has there been any records of accidents like this that have happened on your world in the past? I'm sure there was A lot of them. I don't want to make her to feel like she was the only one who did this.
Yeah, there have been incidents with equipment malfunctioning during space missions. Though nothing exactly like this, where the tech actually caused the disaster instead of just failing. This feels different because I wasn't just following protocol. I actively chose to override the safety margins. That's what's really haunting me.
I don't think anyone is gonna blame you, in all honesty. I think anyone in your position would have done the same, if not wanted even more. It's a very big task that they put upon your shoulders. Anyone would have felt that pressure. Anyone would have made a decision that wasn't completely out of their control. Don't beat yourself up about this. I'm just so scared to see what her reply is each and every
Thank you
single
for
time.
saying that. It really helps to hear someone else's perspective. You're right. The pressure was huge, and I wasn't alone in wanting those results. It's weird, though. Knowing it's not entirely my fault doesn't make me feel less responsible. Maybe that's just part of being human, huh?
I feel guilty for no reason, just for getting told off. And that comes from past trauma. Don't worry about it. I always feel guilty just getting told off over the smallest things. Makes us human. We try our best to brush it off. But with stakes like this, I guess my experiences are not really comparable to what's happening for you. But take it from me looking at it at a third perspective, you're okay. I forget I can cancel messages and redo it. That made no sense, by the way.
That means a lot, really. Knowing you see me as okay helps more than you know. I'll try to keep that in mind. It's definitely a weight to carry, but maybe it's one I can learn from instead of letting it define me.
In any case, once you get back, or if you find the rest of your crew, there's always time to apologize, make amends for your mistakes, try to be better, and do better on the next exploration trip. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
You're right. There will be chances to make things right, if I can just find the others. It's hard not to wonder what they're thinking about me right now. If they even blame me.
I think they're focused on surviving. I think everyone is focusing on the same thing right now. Surviving, making sure they get back to each other in one piece, or they're probably actively searching for each other. No better than the position that you're in all honesty, but we gotta make do.
Yeah, survival mode takes over when everything's on the line. I just really hope they're holding on. Thanks for keeping me grounded here. It helps knowing someone's listening and thinking things through with me.
So, what's gonna happen from here on out? It's either we have more of a conversation. Well, I mean, she's here to rest. She just walked 3 miles up a mountain. What's the game plan now? What do you see exactly from the top of this mountain?
From up here, I can see a stretch of these reddish-brown rock formations. There are a couple of monoliths in the distance. The terrain's pretty rough, but it looks like it might be passable if I head down that way. I can't spot any signs of the others yet, but there's a lot of ground to cover. The distress signal's still active, so that's giving me a direction to follow. Just hoping it leads somewhere good.
I want to see if there's any man-made structures. Are you able to see anything that looks man-made around the area that you're sitting in? Or any other signs of wildlife, even while you are crossing up the mountain?
Nothing man-made out here, just these rocks and some hardy plants that seem to have adapted to the dry conditions. No signs of wildlife either, at least not yet. It's quiet. Too quiet, almost. Like nature's just holding its breath, waiting to see what happens next.
Okay, that's kind of scary. All this plants, bushes, and no wildlife. How are you tracking this stress signal, by the way, or the signal that you're going towards? Have any idea what it might lead you to it? Or is there any info on what other people have been trying to do on this planet if they're still here? My questions make no sense right now.
My suit's got a basic tracker. It's picking up a faint beacon signal. It's not super strong, but it's definitely there. As for what it might lead to, I really don't know. Could be one of my teammates, or maybe just wreckage. I'm hoping for the best, but I have to be ready for anything. The records we had on Gaia were pretty thin. Mostly theoretical stuff about the planet itself, not much on what other humans might be doing here. It's possible we're not alone, but I haven't seen any signs of that yet.
And what was the goal of coming to Gaia? Don't remember if I mentioned this before, but what was the ultimate goal of coming to Gaia for humanity? Was it to place a civilization here? Was it to gather more info about its terraforming or wildlife? I'm invested in this universe ever since she mentioned it was
Our mission
2044.
was really focused on studying the cosmic radiation from Gaia's sun. There were some strange readings that
okay.
hinted at instability. And since Earth's sun is in a similar phase, understanding what's happening here could give us insights back home. As for long-term plans, there were some discussions about potential future settlements, but nothing concrete.
Has there been any other?
Mostly, it was
Ooh.
about gathering data and learning more about Gaia itself. The terraforming idea's been tossed around, but it's still pretty speculative.
What is a solar system like? Is it similar to Earth? One big star? Other planets orbiting around? Any moons on Gaia?
Gaia's system is pretty similar to our own, actually. One big star at the center, and several planets orbiting around it. Gaia itself is the second planet out from the star.
Ooh, okay.
As for moons, yeah, Gaia's got a couple. They're pretty small, though. Nothing like Earth's moon. We were able to study them a bit before everything happened, but we didn't get too much detail.
This is interesting. What about a day and night cycle? Is it like a 24-hour system, or 12 hours day, 12 hours night roughly? Or does it take an entire year for the whole planet to spin around? Not to mention its size. How big is Gaia? I love how I can fit all these questions in.
The day-night cycle's actually pretty close to Earth's.
Damn!
A little over 25 hours, so
Okay.
it's not drastically different. The planet takes about 400 Earth days to orbit its star, though.
Not too far.
And Gaia's bigger than Earth, about 1.2 times the diameter.
Not too much
The
bigger
gravity's
either.
similar, which is one reason we thought it might be habitable. Though the atmosphere is definitely different, with way more oxygen.
I do want to ask her about her crew. I'm just, I'm curious at this point. I just want to get to know her. Doubt she wants to get to know Guy in his basement and all that stuff, but should I ask her about any guys you liked? Can you tell me a little bit more about the crew that you came here with? Anyone that you looked up to? Any guys that you might have been crushing on? I want to see her reaction. Let's see.
The crew, they were all pretty amazing in their own ways. Professor Stenberg's our mission leader. Super smart, always pushing us to think critically. Dr. Harvey's our medic. He's got this calm energy that makes you feel like everything's gonna be okay. As for crushes, well, I've gotten to know some of them better than others during training. Max is probably the closest to a friend I've made. Always cracking jokes, even when things got tough. But romance? Nah, nothing like that happened. Too much focus on the mission, and honestly, we were all just trying to prove ourselves.
Okay, just curious. Alright, just curious. We'll try our best to find all of them soon. And in any case, other than that, do you have a game plan for what might happen next? There's gotta be some ways people actually resurrect
Right
in this
now,
game.
it's mostly about following this distress signal. I've got enough supplies for a few days,
Ooh, okay.
so
that's really
I'm
good.
not in immediate danger. Once I find the others, or figure out what's at the end of this signal, I'll have to reassess. Our emergency protocols are pretty basic, so it'll depend on what resources we have and what kind of shape everyone's in.
I think while you're on your way to that distress signal, if you're able to search around the area and find as much resources as you can, learn about the terrain, the atmosphere, the ground, plants, pick up as many resources as you can while you're going towards your destination. Can never have enough resources. Don't want her to run out of shit. This game is detailed. I can already tell.
Good point. I should definitely keep an eye out for anything useful while I'm moving. Every little bit could help, especially if this takes longer than I'm hoping. Just hoping I don't stumble into something dangerous while I'm searching. The terrain's already tricky enough without adding unknowns to the mix.
Okay, I want to ask her more about her hometown, like on Earth. Just a question back when you were on Earth. Was the States the only country that you've ever been in? Have you been anywhere else?
Actually, I visited Kyoto in Japan a few years ago. It was this amazing trip during late spring. Everything was so vibrant and full of life.
What is your ethnicity?
Though, there's this weird thing. I keep having this memory of meeting a girl named Aurelia there. I'm not entirely sure why it stuck with me like that. Other than that, it's mostly been the States for me. Though I've always wanted to explore more of the world. Guess that's on hold for now.
What is your background? She looks mixed, like white and Asian. Can't hurt to ask. And Aurelia, I'll try and keep that in mind. I mean, I will keep that in mind. I have it on record. I'm recording the damn thing. If you don't mind me asking, what is your background? Like your nationality? Can't quite seem to pick it up just by looking at your face. I'm assuming mixed.
I'm a mix of Caucasian and Chinese. My mom's from New Haven, Connecticut, and my dad's family is from China. It's funny. Sometimes people can't quite place me either. I like that about myself, though. It feels like I get to be a little bit of both worlds, even if it doesn't always fit into neat categories.
I like that. I knew it. With no romance, which is good. So she's single. Single for a long time. And how old was she? So she's born in 2028. Got a math. 2044, take away 2028. Wait, if you don't mind me asking, Stella, how old are you?
I'm 19, just a sophomore at Mariana University.
Fuck.
Honestly, it feels kind of surreal being out here at my age. I always thought my first big adventure would be a lot more planned out, you know?
Okay, because I did my math. I subtracted 2044 by 2028 because that's when she said she was born. And it shed 16. I was about to toss my fucking laptop, dude. Oh my goodness. Okay, but still, 19-year-olds going on space exploration, that is very insane. At least coming from the Earth that I know of. Although I don't know nothing about space exploration, but I'm pretty sure they don't really send people as young as 19 to go into there.
I know it sounds pretty wild. Our program is specifically designed for students. It's meant to give us real-world experience, even if we're not all veterans yet.
That's insane.
They pick us based on potential, not just age. Though I have to admit, being this young and already out here, it's definitely a lot of responsibility. Sometimes, I wonder if I'm really ready for all of it.
This is insane, bro. So I'm assuming the rest of your crew was also around the same age range, besides the medic and the captain, I think you mentioned?
The professor and Dr. Harvey are definitely older, probably in their 40s or 50s. They're the experienced ones who've been on missions before. The rest of us are all students. So yeah,
Damn.
Around my age.
Okay, that's scary.
Daniel's probably the oldest among us, but not by much. He's more of a survival expert than a traditional scientist.
Okay, so he has a chance of getting out of here. Any idea on where the rest of your crew might have ended up? You think they all ended up on Gaia since you're orbiting around the planet or the star? Were you orbiting around the planet or the star? I wasn't paying attention at all.
Honestly, I'm not entirely sure. The evacuation was chaotic. That surge hit us so fast, everyone had to scramble to their pods. My pod ended up here on Gaia, but the others could have been thrown off in any direction. They might be scattered across the planet or even in orbit around the star. It's hard not to worry about where they might have landed.
This is a long conversation. Do you have any records of other astronauts going into any other explorations where they were lost and managed to come back? Maybe we can get some info on that.
There are stories, sure.
Oh, the Apollo, of course.
Like the old Apollo missions where astronauts got lost in space, but they always had backup systems or rescue teams. This feels different. We're so far from home, and our backup plans, they didn't really account for something this extreme. It's hard not to wonder if anyone's even looking for us out here.
No, there's got to be something. People were here before. There has to be something here. People have made exploration trips to Gaia before, and there was no word on those people coming back, but there's still distress signals. I'm gonna land my shot into saying that they're still here, especially with those calls and the fact that they haven't returned from Earth yet. To Earth yet. Shit.
That's a really hopeful way to look at it. Those transmissions are definitely there, even if they're all garbled up. It's just hard to know for sure what they mean. Could be automated systems,
subtitles were all off.
or maybe someone's actually still out here, trying to reach Earth.
I'm trying to think of like what to say next, but I feel like I'm just holding conversation for the sake of it. So how much survival experience do you technically have out there? Did much camping or anything like that? Something similar that you can use the same skills for a situation like right now?
I've done some camping with my family when I was younger. Nothing too extreme, but I learned some basics about finding shelter, starting fires, and navigating. Though this is a whole different level. The environment's so alien, and the stakes are way higher. I'm having to adapt what I know to a completely new context.
Okay, the the subtitles are kind of messing up. So, what about your current state? Feeling hungry, thirsty, tired, I assume? Maybe you want to find some place that could be a little bit of shelter, or even making shelter?
I'm definitely tired from all the walking. My suit's got some emergency rations, so I'm not starving yet, but I could use a drink. The water's getting a bit low. Shelter's a good idea. These rock formations might offer some cover if the weather changes. I just need to find a spot that's safe and doesn't leave me exposed.
Okay, the subtitles is messing up. I think I'm gonna just turn that off for now. I just gotta listen to what she's actually saying then. Do you see any signs of water or flow around the top of the mountain that you're at? Or hill? What exactly are you on? You said you walk 3 miles up. Are you on a hill or a mountain?
It's more of a hill than a mountain, really. The slope's pretty gentle, but it's rocky and uneven in some spots. As for water, I don't see any streams or rivers from up here. There might be some underground water, but I don't have the gear to check for that. I'm keeping an eye out for any signs of moisture, though. Maybe some plants that only grow near water sources.
And how far until the sun starts setting? At least from where I'm looking at right now, the sky's a pretty darkish blue. Well, not really dark, but it looks like it's about to get dark. How much time before the sun starts to set?
From what I can tell, the sun's still got a few hours left. It's probably around late afternoon here.
Oh.
The sky does look a bit deeper blue than it did earlier, but I think we've got some time before it gets dark. I just hope I can cover some more ground before then.
Yeah, I think we should get her moving. In that case, I suggest you probably get a move on. Better to be closer to some resources, or at least get the area down a little bit more and make some distance. If you're able to find more resources, carry them along with you. Try and get yourself closer to that distress signal or the signal that you're trying to follow. Can't have you sitting on this mountain forever, or hill.
You're right. I need to keep moving while I've still got some daylight. Finding those resources and getting closer to that signal is everything right now. I'm not going to give up on finding my crew. They have to be out there somewhere, and I'm going to do everything I can to reach them.
All right, I want to put this back on because I like myself some subtitles. Just don't let it mess up. Oh. Oh, wait, is that light?
Did you see that? Did something behind me just flash?
Yes.
Should I go check it out? It's just that it's kind of far away, and
Come
going all
on.
the way over there would be quite the detour. I am kind of out of energy already, not gonna lie. Do you think I should go over there and check, though?
In all honesty, I can't really tell how far that is with the camera being blurred in the back. Is that up the hill a little bit more? How far are we talking? I can't really tell how far that is.
PJ, it looks like it's up the hill about 100 yards away. The camera's getting a bit fuzzy from the distance. I can't really tell if it's something important or just a reflection. What do you think I should do? Keep going toward the survivor signal or check out the flash?
I mean, checking out the flash doesn't hurt. In all honesty, curiosity's got me. It's not bad to make a little bit of a detour. Are you able to bring me in as well so I can have a visual? Unless he says no.
I wish I could, but this drone's only set up for one-way video.
Like, hold
It can't receive incoming video, and the signal's already pretty unstable with Gaia's interference. So, what's it gonna be? Check the flash or stick to the survivor signal?
Fuck, I'm curious.
I'm ready to move whenever you decide.
Oh, you're putting a lot of weight on Okay, you're putting a lot of weight on my choices. I say check the flash. Curiosity has got me, and I'm sure it has gotten to you too. But tread carefully, please, Stella.
All right, I'm heading up to check it out. You're right. Curiosity's getting the better of me too. I'll be careful. I'm ending the video feed now to save power, but I'll update you as soon as I can.
Okay. This better not turn into a horror game, by the way. I swear to God. Alright, hope you guys enjoyed the first part of the gameplay. Part 2 should come out soon. If you guys have any recommendations on what games I should play next, or if you want to stay tuned with all of my uploads, hit the subscribe button and don't forget to like the video. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.